Peace, y'all. Alright. Soulshine back with another message. Alright. Wish you inner peace and wholeness and send you nothing but love. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the bell. So, thank you for all your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes, okay? Really appreciate it. It helps to get the message out to the collective. Alright. Y'all, so as I was preparing to do this read, a fat ass gnat just flew by, okay? I've been noticing this monitoring spirit type of energy that maybe what I end up picking up on in this read, because it definitely can be a collective thing, okay? And you know, all things that happen during a read are significant, okay? Remember to only take what resonates and leave what does not, okay? Remember that messages are timeless. Alright, most of divine spirit, ask for your guidance, alright? Do this read as I channel the message for whomever it's for the collective. Thank you to my spirit guides, my guardian angels, and my spirit team for guiding me as well with clarity. What is the energy, most of spirit? Alright, the hangman, okay? It's either something uncomfortable, either someone's uncomfortable, someone's having an epiphany, okay? Someone's seeing something from another perspective. This could be you or someone else, okay? Coming out with the major arcana. Y'all, it's been a lot of major arcana coming out in these last few reads. I'm like telling you, like it's some major energy shifts going on, okay? Yep, 9 of Swords, okay? Now, this card feels like, it's like this empty feeling. Is this the collective? Is this that monitoring spirit? It really feels like somebody has this. It's so hard to explain right now. It's just a feeling. It's like a feeling in the chest. I'm picking up, the way that I'm picking it up is empathically right now. Or the way that I'm channeling it is empathically right now. Like something in someone's chest and it's like kind of going up to like the throat area. Let's see. Doggone. So somebody is in an uncomfortable position. Because this is being like indecisive. But the guidance end of it is whoever is in this like this weird stressful like stuck or who's ever in this weird energy. The hangman's guidance comes like telling you to look at something from a different perspective, okay? Let's see. And have something to do about a family. Somebody could not know which way to do or what to do about something that involves a connection, a group, or Okay, something like that. A whole bunch of people. Because they want something to go a certain type of way. Somebody wants something to go a certain type of way, but at this point in time, it seems like it's not going that way. Yeah. Yeah, somebody's feeling defeated. Clarify the Hanged One. Doggone, somebody's going through it. Damn. Yo. So I'm trying to see, was somebody taken from, or did somebody do the taking? Is this the karma? Is this, I'm trying to figure out, is this a karmic, like, is this somebody going through karma right now? Having to pay their karmic debt, you feel me? Because if somebody put out this energy, you know, and now they're having to go through it, you know, they're having to eat of the same dish that they served. Spirit, let me get some zodiacs. What is the main point? What is the main zodiac energy here? Scorpio. Okay, big Scorpio. I'm gonna roll 3 times. That's my magic number. Capricorn. Good card. And Sagittarius. Scorpio, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. Those could be one or all of this person's placements. Scorpio is about endings. Capricorn is a double-sided sword. It can tend to be about some type of toxicity. Sagittarius, that's that perspective. Scorpio being the end, Capricorn being toxicity. And then Sagittarius. This is giving karmic. I guess, is it that Nat? Divine timing? Temperance? There's that major Sagittarius energy. Because somebody's got to balance out their own energy before they could expect to see this this flow. Yeah, whoever this is, you got to pay back your karmic debt. You got to pay back your karmic debt, and then you'll be able to balance out something, or they'll be able to balance out. And it's got to be more focused on balancing out something within themselves. Once you balance out, or they balance out this thing within themselves, it'll manifest over and create into their reality. This, that Nat? Okay. Whatever that Nat is, okay? Some watcher, okay? Somebody's having to bite the bullet. It feels like somebody's being forced to, like, have to give up on something right now. Like, it's something like, they have to go through this to get that, okay? And that's how it is at times, you know? It can seem annoying. There are times when, you know, you have to balance the scales with your karma before you can move on. And it may not seem fair with the 5 of Swords. You know, some people, it may not seem fair. To those who actually acknowledge if they've really done something, then they'll understand. You'll go ahead and bite the bullet, suck it up, you feel me? And then move on after the fact. It's like when you know you did something bad. When you know you did something bad and you're like, yeah, damn, you about to get ass whooping, or you about to be grounded or receive some type of discipline or something like that. And you know you did something wrong. And you accept that you did something wrong. And you're like, all right, I'm going to go ahead, you feel me? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it, you feel me? And then go do your time. and then come out better, because you know better, because you knew better first of all. Yep, 3 of Swords. Somebody's feelings is hurt. And they having a hard time trying to make a decision in that state of mind. It is, you know, when you're in that state of mind, you know, whether or not it's depressed or whether or not it's stressed or whether or not it's one of those lower states of emotions, those aren't really the best times to make decisions unless the decision is about making something better for yourself, like, you know, going to work out or making sure that you're eating right, you know, or, you know, not necessarily investing or making some huge financial decision or huge, you know, certain decisions unless you have certain clarity, so that you don't make a rash decision in a temporary, while you're in a temporary state of mind and being. The Hermit, yeah, somebody's got to sit by themselves. Somebody got to sit with themselves for a bit. Major Virgo energy. The Magician, Major Aries energy. Somebody did this to themselves. And I'm not coming from a, you know, a high and mighty type of place, you know. It's just you know, the fact is the fact, okay? The fact is the fact that somebody did something. Somebody did something and it got them in the hot seat, and now they have to withstand the heat for a second. Major Leo energy. And it's going to take growth to make the right decision, as I said, with that strength. 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and strength. Is some type of decision. And somebody has to basically step past their ego too. Like, somebody got to put their ego. Somebody got to check their ego. And now they're giving the time. Somebody has been giving the time to check their ego so that they can make a better decision, okay? Empress, it could be a feminine energy, okay? They could currently be like their Empress energy, or they could be a mother, okay? Or they could be a friend, a coworker, whatever, what have you. But it's some powerful feminine energy, but they were distorted, okay? So they weren't in alignment with the highest vibrational version of themselves, or the healthiest version of themselves, or making certain decisions that would be supporting them sitting in the throne wearing their crown, okay? And so whoever this feminine energy is, they gotta really balance. They gotta go in. It could be blockages, okay? Like the ego can have you living in your ego consistently, or making decisions out of your ego consistently, can end up causing sacral chakra, root chakra, solar plexus chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, and, you know, third eye chakra imbalances when being in that state for too long. And then you have to comb and climb your way out of that. You have to do the shadow work, and then you have to decisively make better decisions that will help you to climb up out of that state and that space, from the lower space to bring you up into your higher space. Yeah. Because somebody been procrastinating, or again, they were making decisions that weren't making investments that weren't good investments, or weren't investing their great energy at all. Okay. Or giving to the wrong thing, or trying to build the wrong thing. And that can come back to bite you in the butt. King Cups. Whether or not it has to do with a male energy, my God. That's kind of like, so for example, certain people can't do certain things, okay? Like, there are different laws to different people who are different energies. Like, if you are an Empress energy, there are certain things that you just cannot do. When you are a divine Empress, divine feminine, divine mother type of energy, you can't just be out here just using people. You can't just be out here just using people, you know, whether or not it's for a short time or a long time, and thinking that it's going to be okay because you didn't get karma back then. You know, eventually it's going to come. Okay? That's just something that type of energy cannot do. There are other energies that may be able to do that, but those energies that can do that are in lower vibrational energy. They're not divine feminine energy. They're not divine mother energy, divine feminine energy, or else they wouldn't be able to do it without consequence. So it's kind of giving somebody's having to step up and wear their crown properly. It's giving somebody's crown was crooked. And see, because that's why I was feeling like when I was reading this, it wasn't giving like, oh yeah, you fucking deserve this. You feel me? It's not that type of energy. It's kind of sad. Like, spirit's kind of sad. It's more of a disappointment. It's like the spirit is disappointed in whoever this is, because they know that they hold and can yield greater and better. But they're whether or not it's presently, I don't know, because we know this timeless. But they're disappointed in the spirit, whoever this feminine spirit is, because they're meant to be sitting a certain type of way, and they know, spirit knows that it's possible for this person to sit in this energy. So that's what that energy earlier, when I read the Scorpio, the Capricorn is represented by the devil energy, okay? So it's time for some feminine energy has to cut out some type of toxic habit, thought process, or way of being, because it's not in alignment with them. It's not in alignment for their highest good. It is not in alignment with their highest good. And it seems like it's now, now or whenever, biting them in the butt. Because this is somebody who is highly spiritually favored and has a ranking, a higher type of ranking. But they are not operating in the rank that they truly hold. They are not operating at the status that they truly hold. Which is causing them to be out of balance. Causing them to have to juggle. Because don't get me wrong, like there are times, like there are some really just fucked up spirit souls and entities out here. There are. And then, there are those, like somebody made a mistake, okay? Somebody just made a mistake, you feel me? And there's gonna be time, there's time to fix it. There's time to get right or get back on track or something like that. But even divine entities get thrown off a bit, or, go off course for a while or something like that. And have to learn and things like that. So whoever this is, I hope that they're able to recognize and balance this out sooner rather than later, truly, for their own well-being. because I definitely been there. You feel me? When those of us who are supposed to be in specific type of positions, you know, we get popped and stuff like that, especially because we know better. Okay, when you know better, when you supposed to know better, that's why you get like, that's like that when you get your butt whooping from the universe and be like, you know, now you know good and damn well. It's like, say you got say your child is more fortunate than others because you were fortunate enough, okay, fortunate enough, or put in the work, however it is, or whatever it is, to be able to be financially stable, and so much so that you're able to enjoy. So now, you know, your child is able to enjoy luxuries and things that you didn't get to have when you were a child, if you grew up, and you know, if you grew up in a impoverished type of situation or something like that. So now they grow up with this type of entitled mentality, and then you find out that they bullying some kid at school because they're poor. They getting their ass whooped out the frame if you have, if you as the parent have any real morality or any true respect for others, you know, and where they're at and where they're going or where they come from. Like they finna get disciplined, because no, that's not okay. You feel me? So it's kind of giving us a situation like that. Okay, it's giving something like that. And that's an ego check. You feel me? Somebody, an ego death. And it's giving like the ego death turning into a dark night of the soul. Ooh. Yeah, because somebody didn't put in the work on their own. It's like somebody's being forced to have to be on their own to realize something now. Let's say, you know, when the universe or when God or however, whoever, when you get sat down, I say you get sat down, if you get too up in your ego or too, you feel me? You do, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Okay? You know, you part of it. Okay, you know, like when you get a little too big for your britches or moving in a way that's not in alignment. Okay, you will get sat down and, you know, be made to think about it, because you'll be losing out on things, whether or not it's money, you can't go to work, or you done lost your job, or car done went down, now you having trouble getting around, things like that. But it'd be the divine intervention, sitting someone down so that they can go ahead and self-check, and then once you self-check, everything starts going back right, everything gets back in balance, right? Because you bring your ego back down. Okay, because you don't want your ego to be bigger than your spirit now. You know. The moon, big Cancer energy, Six of Pentacles. Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords, the Magician, and the Six of Pentacles. Trying to figure, is the moon supposed to be there? That's right. Eight of Pentacles. Somebody didn't do the work or something. By them not doing the work, they can't give. They can't give what they need to give. Instead, you know, it's something else being given. Yeah. Whatever this feminine energy is. You're having to tough it out right now. Yeah, with this moon, like over the strength hidden, yeah, they're going through a dark night of the soul so that it can bring back out, so they can, it'll bring back out their true strength, okay, for them to realize who they really are, because it's like they were moving out of ego for so long that they forgot who they were for. moving and thinking in more superficial ways. And it's like the true them is now pushed back into the shadows, covered by the shadows, and they're a walking shadow. Because it's even affecting their creativity, their spirit, their joy, their magic. Their spirit, man. It's affecting the way that they're showing up in the world, the way that they speak. Yeah. And how they're seeing certain things, looking at certain illusions, looking through certain clouds have been significant, okay? As I say that, like their mind, now their mind is cloudy, or was cloudy, I don't know, okay? But there was some type of cloud in the mind. That means the absence of clarity. Yeah, it's time for somebody to do something different, to look at something different, to be something different. Queen of Swords, yes, it's time for somebody to be real with themselves. Got to be real with themselves. Time for some transparency, or some real, okay, some real sword shit. Yeah, so they'll no longer be blocked or in denial, or blind. Somebody try to act like something ain't something, and it's definitely something now. And the more they push it off, the more it's just gonna stack up, and it's not gonna work out in their favor if they keep allowing it to stack up. Ooh. One card, please. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles over the moon. Yeah, this it's been happening over time, and I guess somebody's getting a warning because it's either reaching or it's already reached. It has already reached a critical standpoint, and the spirit is trying to get this person, whoever spirit's trying to get a hold of this person, and trying to get this message to them, because it's reached a critical point. Unknowingly, unbeknownstly to them, and if they do know, again, they're denying that it is. Yeah, some cycle, something has to end. Some type of connection. Ace of Cups, the Chariot, the Ten of Pentacles, Four of Cups, the World, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is giving some type of dynamic. It's giving like somebody's, boy, Spirit. Somebody can't play house for too much longer, okay? Somebody can't be with or use or do something with somebody for too much longer. It's time for that to end. Because something, third party, boy, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know, but I really feel like there's something a little, it's not like dangerous in the sense of like I'm feeling like life endangering. No, this has to do with somebody's spirit. I mean, that's detrimental too, but it's not like life in danger, like, oh, like, you feel me? No. But somebody's spirit is, they're playing in dangerous waters right now. Or been playing in dangerous waters for a while. And it's not turning out the way that they thought it would because of the way that they went about it. Spirit's not going to let something successful come from something like this because this, whoever this is, this divine feminine supposed to be, but this distorted divine feminine energy is meant to go about it a different way. The sun exposed, yes. Okay. Look at there, 8 of Swords, boy. Because this is the repetitiveness of what it keeps leading to. And it doesn't seem like it's going to lead to anything other than this. If they keep going in this cycle. Alright. I hope this message reach who it is meant to reach. Okay. Wish you inner peace and wholeness and you nothing but love. Alright. So shine out of here, okay?